Our new anime begins with the protagonist, Tumi Aruma, traveling at light speed between dimensions and arriving in Midgard. He faintly hears a voice as a woman introduces herself as Nan. She apologizes, explaining that he was unintentionally caught in a summoning spell. The spell randomly selects a target, but Tumi wasn't supposed to be one of them. This summoning spell, she elaborates, is forbidden because it's dangerous and violates the laws of different worlds. Despite this, the human nation performed the summoning of their own free will, and Nan only noticed the situation too late. Nan reveals that the proper targets of the summoning spell were sent to the Holy Sidonia Empire. Tumi, however, wishes to return to Earth. This is where the real problem arises. Nan explains that Tumi's body suffered damage during the summoning process as he hit all the bumpers on his way here. Essentially, he had lost his original body. Understanding the gravity of her mistake, Nan resolves to send him to another world so he can live a new life. However, she warns Tumi not to go to the Sidonia Empire because being summoned by accident would lead to severe criticism. Instead, Nan selects a different nation and blesses him with her divine powers, ensuring he can thrive in this new fantasy-like world. Upon arrival, Tumi finds himself in the body of a 17-year-old boy, a stark contrast from his middle-aged self on Earth. In this world, he discovers he must select a job. There are two primary types: production jobs and combat jobs. Tumi initially leans towards a production job, but Nan forcefully bestows blessings and skills upon him to help him survive. Despite feeling uneasy about the situation, Tumi accepts his new reality. His stats include several blessings from the goddess, along with the conceal skill. Equipped with these abilities, he begins experimenting with his skills to understand their limits. As he travels through the woods, Tumi stumbles upon Trant wood, a high-quality material often used to create staffs for mages. Using his blacksmithing skill, he crafts a spear from the wood. Along the way, he discovers herbs and plants scattered across the field. Going a little overboard, he collects everything he can find and stores it in his item box. While exploring, he encounters a girl seeking help, being chased by a horned rabbit. Using his blessings, Tumi quickly defeats the rabbit, though he later realizes it was mostly luck. This event activates his job bar, revealing his job as a warrior. The girl, who comes from a nearby village, invites Tumi to follow her home. Before leaving, he stores the rabbit in his item box. Meanwhile, the selected heroes summoned by the spell arrive safely in the Sidonia Empire. There, they are greeted by a mysterious figure, Elizabeth, the first empress of the empire. One of the girls among the heroes, who possesses the revelation skill, immediately senses that Elizabeth is untrustworthy. Back in the village, Tumi meets the girl's parents, Bunga and Martha. He asks if he can stay for a while, and they readily agree, assuming Tumi is a material collector. Baban, a local craftsman, offers to help build Tumi a home since the village lacks an inn. In return, Tumi uses his magic to level the ground for construction, shocking the villagers, as only a few people in this world can use magic. Baban takes care of the rest, and soon Tumi has a new home. Using his production skills, he crafts household items and decides to change his job to alchemist, hoping to lead a peaceful life. Over the next few days, Tumi works with ores from the village, creating various items using his alchemy skills. However, the high mana consumption exhausts him. One day, Molly finds a drained Tumi and scolds him for overusing his mana. Martha gives him a potion and begins keeping an eye on him to ensure he doesn't push himself too hard. Tumi's skills continue to grow, and he starts learning blacksmithing from Babin. Together, they craft a fine blade. However, Tumi struggles with low mana, so he requests mana potions from Bunga. Though the potions are basic, Tumi eagerly uses them to learn how to make his own. Tumi eventually brews his first mana potion, though its color differs from Bunga's version. Sensing mana from both potions, he concludes it's fine. In his experiments, he handles poison plants, gaining poison resistance and purification skills, though the process nearly costs him his life. During one of his ventures, Tumi encounters an armored boar. His spear and magic prove ineffective against it, but a nearby injured spider jumps in to save him. Inspired, Tumi uses his alchemy skill, specifically decomposition, to defeat the boar. Afterward, he heals the spider, which regenerates its missing leg and grows larger. Feeling compelled by its puppy-like eyes, Tumi tames the spider and names her Maple. This amazes the villagers, as no one has ever tamed an insect-type monster before. Tumi decides to celebrate with the village, using the boar for a feast. As a gesture of gratitude, the villagers give him materials to sell in a big city. Bunga and Baban quietly acknowledge that Tumi is destined for greatness. Meanwhile, Nan observes his progress from afar. Another goddess questions Nan about why she sent Tumi a year into the past before the Sidonia Empire's summoning ritual. Nan offers no explanation, and the episode ends, leaving viewers eager for more. Stay tuned for the next episode of this exciting anime. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. See you soon.
The anime begins in the royal capital of Paluma, a world where demi-humans are slaves and the treatment of demi-humans is harsh. But only Banzo was the one who showed kindness to demi-humans and paid extra for their hard work. The demi-humans tried to return the money, knowing other humans would look down on Banzo for showing kindness to them. But his assistant Quinn told the guy to accept it since Banzo wouldn't back down. Banzo wanted equality for both humans and demi-humans, but suddenly his hands started to glow and with a flash of light, he vanished and was summoned to an unknown place. In the Kiro Kingdom, where Banzo was summoned as a hero candidate. Then a minister told him they were battling against the Dark Army, so they had to summon heroes from other